The SA Music Show with Tabiso Kambule on Jacaranda FM.
En gepraat van hardloop, ons het 'n gas saam met ons in die ateljee vandag. Man, hierdie man is ook 'n fikse man. My guy, I was checking some stuff of you out. You were literally like Michael Jackson, dancing with...
Way, you pulled from the archive.
It's Lloyd Cele with us in the Jacaranda FM Purple Tooth.
No, bro, you know, when I had the six-pack, I'm just kidding. In my younger days.
In your younger days, oh man, no man, you still look very, very young, I must say.
Thank you.
And allow me to take you back to those days, man. The days where it was a bit. Let me say you were down, you were low, and you were thinking, man, let me go for this idols thing.
Yeah.
And you went for it. And even though you were a runner-up, there is a big lesson that you got from that.
Absolutely.
What was the lesson?
Before I answer the lesson, obviously, you know, just perspective of where I was in
100%.
life. You know, I was down and out. I was doing photography. I was working as a website designer.
100%.
I was basking and singing at every restaurant I could possibly get my hands on. And then I had a child. Obviously, Levi was just about maybe 2 years old at that time, and I was really down and out, and I needed to do something. So idols came in, and I was like, "Hey, let me take a chance. Let me go for this thing." Everybody's been telling me, "Go do it every year," and I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to do it." And then I was like, "Okay, cool. This morning, I'm not even going to tell my wife. I'm just going to wake up and just do it." Woke up and I did it. It was one of the best decisions ever. It was an incredible experience. It opened so many doors for me. I'm really so grateful.
Can imagine, yeah.
And I got to make so many fans and so many people that stood behind me up until this point. They're still behind me, which has been absolutely incredible. And I wouldn't be here today. Obviously, I want to give the show the credit, but I do feel that the people are the people that made me. It's those people that will mix it. If you know what I'm talking about.
Why are you giving away our age here?
You know, if you know, you know. That's BBM days.
Yes, 100%. Oh man.
People that were really behind me, who voted for me, and who spend their money, who spend their time, and those are the people that I owe the biggest credit to. They are the reason why I still make music up till this day. I still do performance. I still entertain. I still wake up every day and I live my dream.
That boy that basically grew up in Kwamashu.
Who wanted to be like Michael Jackson.
Who wanted to be like Michael Jackson.
Thank God I didn't change the color of my skin. But that's a conversation for another day.
We're gonna get there, right? Because me and you, we have something in common. But before we get there,
is that relaxer?
What?
I'm just kidding. If you know, you know.
Oh goodness!
If you know, you know.
Nee, Lloyd het my nou letterlik om kant gevang met daai, hè? Hey man, you take me back to my... Oh goodness, I used to actually relax my hair. You're right.
No,
Can
bro.
you scale?
Yes,
Oh.
No, bro. Now we're really giving our age.
Oh man, having absolutely fun with Lloyd Cele here in the Purple Turtle. I want to take you back to that boy, man. If you have to go back to that boy, what would you say to him today?
That boy who wanted to get into idols.
100%.
I would say, you know, life is really short. I think over the last few weeks, I've really come to understand that, you know, if you want something badly enough, go out there and just do it. Stop procrastinating. Stop
100%.
making excuses. Just get up and do the things that you really are feeling like this is what I was born to do. You know, stop holding back and believe more in yourself. I actually had people believing in me more than I believe in myself. I had people telling me, like, you can do this. You can actually make it all the way. I was, there's no ways. Me, I'm never going to make it even top 30.
And look what happened.
I'm not going to do it. No ways. I don't see myself as going that far. But that's because I didn't know the potential and the gifting that I had inside of me. I mean, I could play guitar, I could play piano, I could sing. I had this repertoire of pop and R&B music. I was quite diverse.
100%.
Even up till this point, I still have that. I do from jazz to swing music to pop to R&B, you know. So I had all of that, and the only thing I felt like, no, but I'm just good at gospel, and that's just about it. All the other stuff, I'm not going to be able to do.
Yes, was that from your Phoenix days, right? That's where you basically were in church, and that's where you picked up the gospel side as well to music. We
all come from church. I'm gonna be honest, man. Church made us. I'm a church boy, in and out, man. I love God, and anyway, that's a different conversation. You know, I would say to that boy, believe in yourself more. believe in yourself more. You look at yourself in the mirror and you walk away and you're not sure what you look like. You know what I mean? You look at yourself and you're not really sure if you could do what and you could accomplish those things. And as I went on from top 30 to top 20, I started to look at myself like, I can actually do this. I've got this. I'm actually, I'm also a kind of person, I don't like ego. I don't like pride. I don't like to look at myself and be like, oh, I'm all that. And I saw a lot of guys. I mean, we see it every single year. Oh. Some of them are even in the wooden mic. They're like, I'm the greatest singer in the world. And then you're like, what?
You're opening another can of worms there. Allow me to take you to this before we get into your music. John Legend on the way. You wrote a book, The Dream of an Idol, right? Which came with a free acoustic album inside.
Yes.
Tell me about that book, basically, because I think there's so much that you packaged in that book.
Yeah.
What motivated you to write that book?
First and foremost, my children motivated me. I wanted to have something that I leave behind for my kids.
Oh, nice. I love it.
I wanted to capture all this that happened to my life. Dude, I came from nowhere. I came from nothing. And then suddenly I have all this attention. I have all these people that love me, and I have all this following, and I've got all this attention and sponsorships and brands and making money, and that I never even imagined that I'll be able to make. So I really came from a place of nothing. I came from a place of emptiness, and suddenly this whole world was opened up to me. And I wanted to capture all that moments and all the journey that I went through while I was before Idols, during Idols, while my memory was still fresh, while I still remember what it was like to be told that, no, you can't see your wife today, you can't see you got to go on TV. And I had to make all those sacrifices, being away from them, knowing that they're from Durban and I'm in Johannesburg, and I don't even see them. The only time I get to see them is through a video call. The pain and the struggle that I went through behind the scenes, not the guy that you see singing.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yes,
right.
Exactly. Yeah. And I wanted to capture all that moment, that depression, that struggle, the fights between people that you're competing with, the challenges that I had to go through, having to learn songs that I don't even know that I could be able to do within 24 hours, and then the next day I got to go on stage. And there's so much that goes into that behind the scenes that people don't see. When they just look at you in TV, they're like, oh wow, that's amazing, he's so great, he's so wonderful. They don't know what it was like for you to get up there, and the challenges that you had to conquer to get there, the mountains that you had to climb to get to that point. And I wanted to capture those things.
My God, and it's the best legacy that you can actually leave your kids. It is actually what you went through, writing it down, or even voice recording it and leaving them that. I think you are leaving something for your future generation that is priceless. It's honestly, it's priceless.
I'll tell you something, when you lose somebody, you realize the only thing that's left is the pictures that you see on the wall and the videos that come up, and that's it. All these other memories that you might have in your head, you're going to eventually forget all that stuff. But images and stuff that's physical, that you can, that's tangible, is all that you have left. You look at a picture and then, suddenly you start crying because you remember when they first took you to that soccer match, when they first did that and did that, etc. So capturing that image and capturing those emotions is what I wanted to do, and keep that so that my children could see that and they could feel inspired, and other people could read that and they can feel inspired. I mean, I had a lot of people criticizing, saying, oh Lord, you're so young, why are you writing an autobiography? Are you crazy? You haven't lived enough. I said, bro, I was born in Kwamashu, and I saw people going through apartheid. I saw and when I'm talking racism, I'm not just talking white against black. I saw black people against black people, people from another generation, from another hood, coming and taking us out of the hood that I grew up in. I saw people in the morning with a tire around them, burnt and dead on the street, on the road. I walked to school. My school was far away. There was no buses and taxis. I had to walk and go to school every day and come back. When I tell all my kids all these things, they're like, no, Dad, this is
impossible.
It's impossible. I was like, yep, I went through that. You don't know how blessed you are. So I wanted to capture all those images. I wanted to capture that emotion of having a mom who's 18 years old, having a child, and then had to drop out of school and then go back to school and then leave me with my grandparents.
We're going to come back to that story. I want that story as well. It's on my notes. John Legend's on the way together with Block Pop. A good night.
The SA Music Show on Jacaranda FM.
Soos wat ons elke liewe Sondag doen, het ons 'n gas in die ateljee. And I'm so glad that you are also enjoying our guest. Hello, Just Jules.
Wow, Lloyd Cele, my goodness. I remember seeing him for the first time at Carol's by Candlelight at the Coca-Cola Dome. Such a sweetheart, such a humble soul. Oh man, you're making it easy for us to love you.
Oh, that just made my day. That just made my day.
You know how my wife loves that song. Like it can be a earworm the whole day, and then all I say to her is, "Thank you, babe. Thank you. I know I make it easy." Wow. Oh man, just Jules, thank you so much for your beautiful message there, man.
I really appreciate that. I love you too. I appreciate you so much.
We're going to be talking about missing you bad in a moment. You actually heard the song on the show. Ek dink dit was so 2 weke terug toe ek hom gespeel het, maar ons gaan nou vir Lloyd vra daaroor en ons gaan ook die liedjie natuurlik speel. But before we get there, Lloyd, you mentioned something, man. Your mom had you at 18 years old, and you didn't really have a relationship with your dad. Mani net dit nie. Like, dude, I don't know how you got this the right to basically go through so many difficulties, but your ma was hier regtig daar nie. Your granny brought you up. Dad wasn't really in the picture, but then this happened, right? And we're going to take it step by step. Unfortunately, you had a miscarriage and you had a stillborn.
Yeah.
How strong are you, my guy? What?
Man, it's life. I mean, it's life. It's very, very, life is difficult. And life is unfair. We go through challenges. I think that it's important to always remind ourselves that it is those challenges that make us the strong people that we are. It is those challenges that pushes us to get to the next level, to get to the next place. And they actually motivated me. You know, I've taken those opportunities, those bad moments, if I could put them out to be, and I've used them as a stepping stone to become a better person, to become a better dad, to become a better wife. I am the person that I am towards my kids because I never had that. So I never had a father who could take me to go play soccer outside the yard, or take me to go to the swings, to the park and all those things, go for a bicycle, teach me how to ride a bicycle. I never had all of that. So I grew up wondering, what is wrong with me? I see all the other kids going through that, but I never had that.
You never got that, yeah.
So I said, when I grow up and when I become a dad, I never want my kids to go through that pain, to go through that struggle. So that's why I do the things that I do. So I've taken the negative, I've taken the bad situation, and I've turned it into a positive one. So I think life is about that. You know, it's what you make out of a situation that would determine where you go in life. You know, I mean, look at Idols. I was a runner-up. Some people may not feel proud to even talk about that.
And like, that's the thing about you, you know, because there's this beautiful saying that you say you can come second, just don't give second best.
Yes,
I love that.
Yeah, you've got to give your best. And trust that, you know, that trust God, if I can put it that way.
You can.
And believe in yourself and say, hey, you know what, I can only learn from this mistake, and I have to build on that and become better. Man. And I have to take this and turn it out into something really positive. I mean, I took my runner-up opportunity, and I was like, I'm going to make music. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do this A, B, C, D. I was hungry, and I was passionate still. I didn't allow that circumstance to be like, oh man, I'm a failure. I'm useless. I'm never going to do this again. I'm just going to give up. I'm going to go back into Durban.
Yes, and I mean, look at you now, man. You are amazing. I think the last time we performed together was in Nelspruit.
Yes.
Yes. That we shared a stage. And I was like,
too long ago.
This. Yes.
We had so much fun, man.
And I'm like, look at this guy.
The carols as well. Every year.
Carols as well, 100%. Yeah.
Always awesome being part of Jacaranda and doing the carols. And man, I love what we get to do. It brings hope to so many people.
I must ask you though, right? Because you would have most probably turned to photography or software engineering.
Yes.
Why not that? Why music?
Music was always my passion. I remember when I finished school and I went to my mom and I was like, Ma, I want to study music. And she was like,
that's not the real job.
No,
it's not the real
never
job.
Gonna happen.
No.
She said, go and do IT. So I ended up doing software engineering, and I have a diploma in software engineering, and I was really good at it. And on top of that, I ended up doing graphic designing as well, and web designing. I was a front-end developer and a back-end developer, you know, and I could code and I could do so much more. But I still was not doing my dream. I wasn't living my dream. I wasn't feeling fulfilled, you know, if I can put it that way. And I took a chance. I took a gamble, and it worked out good.
Perfectly. Honestly, I'm glad that you took the chance. I'm glad that you took the chance, because there was a possibility that you could have been a basketball player as well. I mean, you got your colors in like years.
Yes. Man, you did your homework.
I'm not here to waste your time. I'm not.
Fresh Prince. Oh man, thank you.
So, but just before we go into the music, we're going to play Fletcher, and then we're going to chat about your song, Missing You Bad.
Yeah.
There's something that we have in common, right? And that is we married cross-culturally.
Yeah.
It's a bit more difficult,
Yeah.
but I love this. A saying that you said that I'm going to quote. You said that we're basically fighting the struggle of racism through our marriages, through our families, and it can be such a touchy subject, but it's a subject that sometimes we need to talk about, I believe, right? Chat to me about the difficulties of actually being married cross-culturally.
Look, I mean, it's one of those conversations we're scared to talk about.
100%, yes.
And I come from a generation. Okay, let me be honest, right? I'm 43, right? I'm 43 years old. I don't have a problem with my age, even though I am in the age of denial.
Yes.
And we got married when we got married. I was 24. I've been married for 19 years now, right? And I'm so blessed by that. But at that year, at that era, at that season, 19 years ago, it was really tough. It was it was a very rare thing to find a black and Indian couple, or whatever couple. It didn't even matter. People looked at you funny, bro. Like, you go to the shopping malls, you like, they literally turn around and stare at you.
I know all about that.
And it was so awkward. We couldn't even hold hands because we were scared. People can judge you with their eyes. They look at you and you know exactly what they're trying to say. They're like, hey, don't even, you know. The moment they see us together, they're like, get a room, get out, stop it. You know, but it was really, really difficult. It was very hard for me to express myself and to be myself in a public space when I'm with my partner, because of all these judgmental opinions and this racist behavior that I was picking up. But then I had to get to a certain point. In fact, we both had to conquer certain demons of our own,
100%,
and get to a point where we realized, listen, let's forget what people say. Let's forget people's opinion. Let's focus on us. Let love win. You know, and it wasn't easy. Even within our families, we had to get to that point. So now it's 2025. I feel like it's become a little bit more better, because it's something that's very, very common. You see it all around. But it was a real big struggle for us. And in my book, I speak about all those challenges and so many other challenges as well, where it felt like we could have given up. We could have thrown in the towel a long time ago, but we kept fighting for each other.
I'm so happy.
And look at us now, 19 years later.
I'm so happy you didn't. Janice, she's amazing. We were together on a boat. It was amazing.
Yes, we even did the cruise together.
And to your kids, of course, Levi, Zoe, and Kingsley, man. You're just an amazing person. Lloyd, we're going to come back. We're going to play your song. But before that, let's hook up Fletcher. And then I'm also, of course, going to hear what inspired this song. Coming up next. This is Jacaranda FM.
Tabiso Kambule on Jacaranda FM.
En die Purple Turtle vandag ons gas op die SA Music Show. Ons het vir Lloyd Cele. Ons praat 'n bietjie nou oor sy nuwe song from You Make It Easy For Me To Love You to Missing You Bad. Is it because we are on the road as much as we are, Lloyd, that you're missing us, that you're missing us bad, you're missing us bad? Just to acknowledge, Madani says, so I must give you, he says, give that man a bells.
Give that man a bells.
I agree with you 110%. Alipad uit Rustenburg uit. Dani, baie dankie dat jy ingeskakel is. Lloyd, tell us, man, this Missing You Bad, who are we missing?
Okay, let me tell you about this, a bit of a story behind this song. Okay, it's gonna come as a shock. So, you mentioned about the stillborn that we lost.
Yes.
Last year, December, was 10 years when we lost Tora, who I have tattooed in my arms.
Wow.
Now my whole arms, both my arms are tattooed. But Tora, Africa, and this was a date in 10/12/2014 is when we lost her. And last year, we had a moment where we were reflecting and we're thinking about her a lot. It's been 10 years.
Sure.
And we miss her. You know, even though she never got to actually come into this world, but there was a lot of connection that took
100%,
place.
yeah, before the time, of course.
Exactly, you know, when you put your hand over, she used to kick you, and I used to talk to her. There was a connection that was there, and she's always a part of our family. We have a frame at home of her, you know, in memory of her. So, and I talk a lot about her, you know, and it's not easy having to go through a stillborn. I mean, we went through entire 9 months, bro. We just had 2 weeks more before she was born. So she was already fully formed.
Man.
It was the most difficult time I've ever gone through in my whole entire life. And it took me a while to get out of that. It took me literally like 2 years or 3 years to finally get out of that, because I kept questioning and asking, why did we have to go through all of that and then lose her? We literally had 2 weeks more, you know. Anyway, she was still born, and the umbilical cord got wrapped around her while she was still inside the tummy, and we lost the heart rate, rushed into the hospital, and that was it. And we were like, is this even a thing? You know, and the stats were like 1 out of like maybe 5,000 or something. That's how rare it is, but it happens. And we were the unlucky ones. So last year, I was really missing her. I was missing her presence, missing her in our home. And I thought, hey, let me take all these emotions and write a song about missing somebody that you love and not having that person, and you wish that they were there, but they're not there. And you can't wait till you actually have them back in your arms again and have that love again. And I can't wait. One day I'll be in heaven and I'll be able to have that connection with her, you know. So that's how the song started about, and that's what the song is about. Even though it's a love song when people hear it, but it was my sort of tribute and my way to express how much I miss her in my life. And I hope it resonates with a lot of people. It really is a very soulful song. You know, I wanted to bring back a bit of that old school R&B, but with a bit of pop feel into it. And I'm at a space where I'm doing what I love, and I'm able to express myself in that. I'm not trying to do something because, oh, it's on TikTok, it's on trendy, everybody's trying to do it. I just do me.
Love it. You're sticking to your lane.
Yeah.
Love it. Lloyd, thank you so much for the visit. There's still so much that I want to talk to you about.
Continued.
Yes. Please, you have to come again. You have to come again.
Love to do that.
Like I say, ek het baie papiere hier so wat ek net met baie vra, maar Lloyd sal maar moet terugkom nee.
Thank you. I will be back. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you, Jacaranda, as well. You guys have always been my #1 supporters, you know, since 2010, and I'm still here, and I would not be here today if it wasn't for your love, your support, and every other person who's listening right now who supports me and who loves me. I really appreciate you. I hope I see you at your wedding or at your whatever event it may be. Lloyd Cele Music, hit me up, email me, and I'd love to be there. I'd love to meet you all.
Danko.
Lloyd
song kom volgende, en dit is natuurlijk net hierna regstreeks uit ARC Arini, Agricultural Research Council Farm. Wings for Life is what we're doing today, World Run, en ons praat in 'n oomblikie met Thomas van Tonner, who is a Red Bull athlete.
The SA Music Show on Jacaranda FM.